Okay, 101. Now, I don't know if you guys remember 101. They were started back in 2017, but I don't know. I just had the thought about them and I decided to create a video about them. So, first of all, I want to say I got into 101 around 2018, so like basically midway through. I remember looking it up on my phone. I was like, a temporary group, like I've never, it's like basically the time when I got into K-pop and then I heard of a temporary group. So I was just like, what do you mean they're only here for a short amount of time and then they like essentially disappear in the sense that they'll basically go back to their own company, whether they pursue solo or in another group, or not disappear completely from the music scene. You never choose to get into a K-pop group, it just happens. So I want to say I got into 101 around IPU era, which is coming up, but this is energetic. I'm pretty sure this is their first kind of official debut song as a group, and it's definitely catchy. I remember seeing this and just being so addicting to it, singing the English lines, of course. And I feel like this is a good start, a nice, no pun intended, energetic song to introduce them to the audience. Of course, with every group, they have their Sidetracks, and this song I had to include in the list because it's one of their kind of slower, kind of romantic songs, kind of like R&B-ish kind of vibes, and I really enjoy that, especially because it adds an extra layer, an extra side of 101, so I had to include it here. And definitely in the beginning, I didn't realize that like most groups, they have their title songs, what they promote heavily, but then on, other stages, like even their individual concerts, they have side tracks like this where they have choreography. So definitely enjoy the song, had to include it on the list. By the way, I made a compilation video on my favorite 101 songs, including title tracks and side tracks such as this. The link will be in the description, so it's just like kind of like a melody of their songs. Okay, then you have the cutesy side of 101, which I think the fans really enjoy the most. I'm not sure what style of 101 I like the best, but definitely this is for like when you think of 101, you think of this like cutesy vibe for Twilight. But I want to like talk about my biases and what I think of all the members. So at first, getting into the group, I noticed Daniel first. I'm pretty sure because he was in the front, he was in the middle. I was like, okay, he's my bias. Of course, I didn't watch Produce 101, so I didn't realize like, okay, he's the first, he's number one, so he's going to be the center of the group. I really enjoyed Chaewon because of his vocals, and also that he came from no company at all when he was on Produce 101. So basically, like, companies like have their artists go to Produce 101 to become 101, of course, but he didn't come from a company, he was independent. So the fact that he was able to make it basically off his charm and his voice, for sure his voice is definitely amazing, so I appreciate that. And he was definitely in the runnings for potential bias. So another guy that I noticed was Song-woo, and I noticed him, I guess, because he was tall, and I think it was in Wannabe, and I noticed he was like showing off his charm there, like his kind of goofy side, and that's why I was like, oh, okay. And then for Wujin, I mean, I'm a sucker for stage presence. So the fact that he has stage presence, the fact that he is a good dancer, definitely caught my eye. And he's also a rapper in the group. So, and he has like the best rap line. So I definitely noticed him. Just stage presence is just like probably like the topmost thing for me when I'm choosing a bias. Or when the bias choose me, I should say. He might even be my bias wrecker of 101. But my bias of 101 is, by the way, Wanna Be My Baby is definitely such a catchy song, super positive energy, definitely a cute concept, I would say, and the dance break at the end where each kind of like unofficial subunit gets to kind of like do their own essential like dance break. Anyways, my bias of 101 is Sung-un, and I like him because I don't know, I just his voice. I really like his voice, and he was the 11th member to be picked out of 101, so he literally just made it. He is the shortest member of the group, but that's okay. sometimes you don't really know why your bias is your bias, but they are. So Sungwoon bias 101. Yeah, so 101, I promise you, IPU. That's why I want to say this is like the song, the era I got into them, because I feel like I remember waiting for this comeback, waiting for this song. And I feel like also this song, Yakso KO, and I feel like that's the only thing I've learned. Like, I know some words, some Korean words through K-pop, like, you know, 울고 싶지 않아, but 약속해요, I feel like, is another one, another phrase that I feel like I've got down packed. Yeah, 101 is just, they showcase a positive group, and especially in the song with the choreography where they show the pinky finger to their chest and then they cover it like a promise, and then when they remove their hand, they show 101 with the ring. So that's a cute concept as well. Yeah, I definitely didn't expect me to like this group, especially because I was unfamiliar about temporary groups at the time. But yeah, I started to like them, to follow them, and then yeah, I started to stand them a little bit. But of course, you know, temporary groups, they eventually. But at the time, I was really just like getting into their musics and watching their comebacks and stuff like that. Then this unexpected, because like I said, 101 is such, they showcase a positive, energetic side. But for some songs, especially this song, it got a little different. Even in like the comment section of like this video, this is Day by Day, they're like, this is such a like a happy, like a non-threatening song lyrics wise, and then the choreography is just like, whose idea with this? I mean, no one's blaming the choreography, but definitely was not expecting, like when you hear the song and then you see the choreography, like, oh, okay, this is what they meant by Day by Day. Yeah, so they definitely changed it up in this performance of the song. I think they've only done it like a few times because it's not their title track, but yeah, we definitely saw a different side to them. Besides their cute side, energetic side, you see like a little mature, adult-ish. I mean, some of them are like under 18 at the time, but adultish vibe that you see going on here. And performing in front of a crowd, that must have been intense. And yeah, and for my bias, Sigwon, I definitely like saw a different side of him as well. I was like, what? This is what? I'm sure as you know, any other fan saw different sides of the group and their bias. And of course, like their other songs, catchy as well. And of course, Daniel, center group, takes off his jacket. Only one. Okay, Light. This is probably one of my favorite songs of 101. It's called Light, but mainly the majority of the time they're saying, do you feel the same? But I don't know. Friendship goals. I don't know. It's just the choreography just really stands out in my mind. Everyone can do it. Chorus kind of breakdown thing. And definitely, of course, notice my bias even more here, especially when it has like solo part and he's just, you know, giving the audience what he needs. It just more emphasizes the reason why he's my bias. Vocals and stage presence. Oh yeah, and that choreography part, by the way, they said it's like a heart. So it's a heart and it's like a beating heart. So very creative, this choreographer. Okay, their last song. I think this is their last ever comeback song. I know that their like end of contract was like extended just for a little bit, like a month or two, just to finish up some concerts and events. But yeah, they are technically officially disbanded. A lot of them are in more groups, newer groups. They return to their company, some doing acting. Pretty much, I'm pretty sure they're all busy right now, especially they should be, because 101 is like one of the top things on their list for their career. So after like 101, they took off individually, I would think. Yeah, so this is one of their last songs together. I don't know if this means forever or just now. Love the All Right. This is Spring Breeze, my bias record. Love his raps in the song as well. But yeah, I actually do not follow them individually. Like, they're in different groups or they're solo artists. I do not follow any of them. I don't know why. I just feel like I just prefer them as a group. And when they're all together, like as 101, I watched it. But now that they're basically on their own journey, I don't really keep up with them as much now. But best luck to them. I know probably some of you guys still keep up with them. Yeah, they also did sub-unit tracks, but I just wanted to showcase my favorite songs from 101, their title tracks as well as Sidetracks, and just talk about them, like kind of like a final send-off of how I feel. And I don't know if I can stand a temporary group anymore, because like temporary means eventually they will disband, but it was a nice experience while it lasted. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below what is your favorite 101 song. Comment below who is your 101 bias and bias wrecker. And make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to check out the video of 101 songs, just the songs, like actual audio, not me talking. And make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in another video.